Hello guys, how are you all? Welcome to my channel Cracking IELTS 9.0. So today I'll be discussing Cambridge 14 Test 3 Reading Passage 3 of the Academic Reading Module. The heading says the power of play. So first of all we have matching questions, and then we have yes, no, not given questions, and in the end we have these fill-ups. So let's not waste any time and jump into the passage. So we will read the paragraphs one by one now. Virtually every child the world over plays. The drive to play is so intense that children will do so in any circumstances. For instance, when they have no real toys and when parents do not actively encourage the behavior. In the eyes of a young child, running, pretending, and building are fun. Researchers and educators know that these playful activities benefit the development of the whole child across social, cognitive, physical, and emotional domains. Indeed, play is such an instrumental component to healthy child development that the United Nations High Commission on Human Rights recognized play as a fundamental right of every child. Okay, great. While experts continue to expound on powerful argument over the importance of play in children's lives, the actual time children spend playing continues to decrease. Today, children play 8 hours less each week than their counterparts did 2 decades ago. So, Elkind, 2008. Under pressure of rising academic standards, play is being replaced by test preparation in kindergartens and grade schools, and parents who aim to give their preschoolers a leg up are led to believe that flashcards and educational toys are the path to success. Our society has created a false dichotomy between play and learning. Oh, so sad. Through play, children learn to regulate their behavior, lay the foundations for later learning in science and mathematics, figure out the complex negotiations of social relationships, build a repertoire of creative problem solving skills, and so much more. There is also an important role for adults in guiding children through playful learning opportunities. Great. A full consensus on a formal definition of play continues to elude the researchers and theorists who study it. Definitions range from discrete descriptions of various types of play, such as physical, construction, language, or symbolic play, Miller and Allman, to lists of broad criteria based on observations and attitudes that are meant to capture the essence of all play behaviors, Rubin. So here we came across some researchers, right? Miller and Allman and Rubin. Okay, so let's try to match whether these two researchers are matching any of the given questions. So the first one, play can be divided into a number of separate categories. Oh wow. Oh, I think we have our first answer. What do you mean by separate categories? Play can be divided into a number of separate categories. I'll see this sentence, guys. Definitions range from discrete descriptions of various types of play, means separate categories. Separate, various types, categories of play, such as what are those separate categories? Physical, construction, language, and symbolic play. So who said this? Miller and Allman. That is our answer. So play can be divided into a number of separate categories, is said by whom? Miller and Allman, right? So what is our answer? First one is B, clearly. Okay. Majority of the contemporary definitions of play focus on several key criteria. The founder of the National Institute of Play, Stuart Brown, has described play as anything that spontaneously is done for its own sake. More specifically, he says, it appears purposeless, produces pleasure and joy, leads one to the next stage of mastery. Okay, as quoted in Tippett 2008. Similarly, Miller and Allman say that play includes activities that are freely chosen, directed by children, and arise from intrinsic motivation, means internal motivation. Often play is defined along a continuum as more or less playful using the following set of behavioral or dispositional criteria. Rubin again. Okay, so what are the following set of criteria? He says, let's read further and try to understand it in a more better way. Play is pleasurable. Children must enjoy the activity, or it is not play. It is intrinsically motivated. Children engage in play simply for the satisfaction the behavior itself brings. It has no extrinsically motivated function or goal. Play is process oriented. So when children play, the means are more important than the ends. Okay. If freely chosen, spontaneous, and voluntary, if a child is pressured, they will likely not think of the activity as a play. Play is actively engaged. Players must be physically or mentally involved in the activity. Play is non literal, it invokes make believe. Okay, great. Alright, let's read further. So, according to this view, children's playful behaviors can range in degree from 0 to 100. Playful. Okay, so 0% to 100% playful. So he's talking about a range now. A range means a scale from 0 to 100. So Rubin and colleagues did not assign greater weight to any one dimension in determining the playfulness. Okay. However, other researchers have suggested that process orientation and lack of obvious functional purpose may be the most important aspects of play. Pellegrini. Okay, so here we have Pellegrini and again we have Rubin. So let's see whether anything is matching here. So look at these 31 guys. Activities can be classified on a scale of playfulness. Wow, we just read 0 to 100%. What is this? This is nothing but a scale, right? 0% to 100% of playfulness. So this is a scale. Who said this? See, according to this view, children's playful behaviors can range from 0% to 100%. So Rubin and his colleagues did not assign a greater weight to any one dimension. Okay, so this is said by Rubin, and he did not consider greater weight to any one dimension. He gave equal importance to all. It means, okay. So Rubin said this. So where is this guy? Where is our Rubin? He is here. C. So 31 should be C clearly. Okay. Look at the 30th one, guys. Certain elements of play are more significant than others. Oh. So he's talking about certain elements of play are more important than others. I think we have just read it, right? See. What did Rubin did? He did not assign greater weight to any one of the dimension. But the other researchers, who are the other researchers? This guy Pellegrini have suggested that process orientation, so this is the first point, and lack of functional purpose, second point, may be the most important aspects of play. Oh wow. So he gave more importance to these two, 1 and 2, process orientation and lack of functional purpose. So he gave importance to these two. He thinks these two are more important than others. However, other researchers have suggested that these two may be the most important aspects of play than others. It means, so who said this? Pellegrini. So 30th one should be what? Pellegrini is here, right? E. So 30 should be E clearly. Okay guys, okay, let's go to the next para. From the perspective of a continuum, play can thus blend with other motives and attitudes that are less playful, such as work. Okay. Unlike play, work is typically not viewed as enjoyable and it is extrinsically motivated, means it is goal oriented. A researcher, Joan Goodman, suggested that hybrid forms of work and play are not a detriment to learning. Rather, they can provide optimal context for learning. For example, a child may be engaged in a difficult, goal oriented activity set up by their teacher, but they may still be actively engaged and intrinsically motivated. At this midpoint between play and work, the child's motivation coupled with guidance from an adult can create reversed opportunities for playful learning. Okay, so here is talking about a mixture of play and work, right? See, play can thus blend, means it can mix with other motives such as work. So unlike play, work is a goal oriented one. So do we have anything related to this? See, combining work with play may be the best way for children to learn. Oh, we have just read about it. So combining work with play, It can produce, see, it can create robust opportunities for playful learning. Okay, means great opportunities. It means that it is the best way for children to learn. Okay, so this is a blend of play and work. Who said this? John Goodman, right? So the answer for 29 should be Joan Goodman. Where is this guy? This is F, right? So 29 should be F clearly. Okay, guys. The last one I think is pending. So critically, recent research supports the idea that adults can facilitate children's learning while maintaining a playful approach in interactions known as guided play. Fisher. The adult's role in play varies as a function of their education goals and the child's developmental level. Here is the question. Adults' intended goals affect how they play with children. Okay, so adults and their intended goals affect, okay, they have an impact on how they play with children. So did we read this somewhere? Okay, let's read the last sentence again. The adult's role in play varies as a function of their educational goals and the child's developmental level. Okay, it varies means it has some impact, it is affected. So adults role means adults intended goals. What are their goals? Educational goals. Okay, they will affect how they play with children, right? So adults role in the play varies means it is affected, and the child's developmental level also is affected. Okay, so definitely. Who said this? This guy is here. Okay, so G. So 28th one should be G clearly. Okay. Okay, so the next set of question is yes, no, not given. So children need toys in order to play. Okay, do children need toys in order to play? I think we read about this in the very first passage, right? Virtually every child plays. The drive to play is so intense that children will do so in any circumstances. When they have no real toys or when their parents do not actively encourage that behavior. Okay, so even if they have toys or not, they will play because the drive to play is very intense. Okay, so even if they have toys or not, they are going to play anyhow. See, in the eyes of children, even running, pretending and building are fun. Okay, for running and pretending, we don't need these toys, right? So the first sentence itself has the answer. The drive to play is so intense that children will do so in any circumstances. Means anyhow they will play, even if they have toys, even if they don't have, even if their parents encourage them or not, they are going to play. So now what is the question? Children needs toys to play? No, I don't think so. They will play under any circumstances, even if they have toys or no. So they don't need toys. So the answer for this one is no clearly. Okay. Next one. It is a mistake to treat play and learning as separate types of activities. Okay, some are treating playing and learning as separate activities. Okay, let's read the last sentence, guys. Wow. See, our society has created a false dichotomy. Oh, a false dichotomy means separation between play and learning. Okay, that's what he is talking about. So playing and learning, they are looked at as some different activities. It is a mistake means false dichotomy, means false separation. So what does the paragraph say? Our society has created false dichotomy means false separation between play and learning. That's what he says. So it is a mistake to treat play and learning as separate activities? Yes. Of course it is a mistake. That's what he said. Next one. Play helps children to develop their artistic talents. Okay, now he's talking about artistic talents. So through play, children learn to regulate their behavior, lay foundations for later learning in science and mathematics, figure out the complex negotiations in social relationships, build a repertoire of creative problem solving skills and much more. Okay, anything is given here like artistic talents? No, he didn't mention anywhere that it develops the artistic talents. So obviously this is not given because it is not mentioned anywhere in the paragraph. So next one. Researchers have agreed on a definition of play. Now he's talking about some researchers agreement about the definition of play. Let's look at it. So full consensus on a formal definition of play continues to elude the researchers and his theorists who study it. Oh wow. So here we have the definition of play and the researchers. What do you mean by elude, guys? Elude means still it is under confusion. Okay, it's not a fact or it's not a recognized. Still it is continuing to elude means fascinate means confuse. Okay, in a state of dilemma. So are the researchers they have agreed on a definition of play? No, they didn't agree anything. It is still eluding them means it is still confusing them. Okay, so the researchers have agreed on a definition of play? No, it is still eluding, means it is still confusing the researchers. Next, 36. Work and play differ in terms of whether or not they have a target. Okay, so difference between work and play he is talking about. Let's see that. Okay, we read about work and play in this paragraph, right? So, unlike play, work is typically not viewed as enjoyable and it is extrinsically motivated. It is goal oriented. Wow. So play is not goal oriented, but work is goal oriented means it has target. Okay, target oriented. So work and play they are differing in terms of a goal, in terms of a target, right? So work and play differ in terms of whether or not they have a target. Yes, of course. Work is goal oriented, play is not goal oriented. So the main difference is the goal, means target. So yes, is our answer. So let's look at the next set of questions. Guided play. Okay. In the simplest form of guided play, an adult contributes to the environment in which the child is playing. Alternatively, an adult can play with a child and develop the play. For instance, by dash the child to investigate different aspects of their game. Okay, let's read the last but one paragraph. Guided play takes two forms. At a very basic level, adults can enrich the child's environment by providing objects or experiences that promote aspects of curriculum. In the more direct form of guided play, parents and other adults can support children's play by joining in the fun as a co-player, raising thoughtful questions, commenting on children's discoveries, or encouraging further exploration or new facets to the child's activity. Although playful learning can be somewhat structured, it must also be child-centered. Play should stem from the child's own desire. Okay, great. So let's look at this one, guys. So in the more direct form of guided play, parents or other adults can support children's play by encouraging further exploration. What do you mean by further exploration? Investigating different aspects, right? Exploration means investigation, right? So by encouraging the child to investigate different aspects of their game, that's what he means. So further exploration means investigate different aspects of their game. So for instance, by encouraging the child to investigate different aspects. Okay, so encouraging is the keyword. Next, adults can help children to learn through play and may make the activity rather structured, but it should still be based on child's dash to play. Okay, it is still based on child's dash to play. Okay, see the last sentence, guys. Play should stem from the child's own desire means it should be based on. Okay, stemming means based on. From child's own desire. So child's own desire. So based on the child's desire to play. Okay, so desire is our answer, right? Next, play without the intervention of adults gives children a real dash. With adults, play can be dash at particular goals. Both free and guided play are essential elements in child-centered approach to playful learning. Intrinsically motivated free play provides the child with true autonomy, while guided play is an avenue through which parents and educators can provide more targeted learning experiences. Oh wow. Okay, read this sentence, guys. Intrinsically motivated free play provides child with true autonomy. True means real. So here it is given true, but in the blank he said real. So what is the answer? Play without intervention of adults gives children real autonomy. Right? Okay. With adults, play can be dash at particular goals. With guided play is an avenue through which parents and educators, means adults, can provide more targeted learning experiences. Learning experiences means particular goals. Okay, so parents and educator means adults can provide, can be targeted learning experiences. So learning experiences means particular goals. So targeted is the word we are looking for. So the answer is targeted. Okay, I hope this video is pretty clear, guys. I found this passage to be a bit moderate. I hope you guys have also found it the same way. Please do not forget to like, share and subscribe my video. These videos are extremely helpful for people who want to crack the IELTS test. If you can follow my tips and tricks, I am sure that you will be able to score at least 8 bands in the IELTS reading module especially. So that is the end of today's video, guys. Until next time, goodbye, have a great day.